So it's been about 4 months since the last recording, which is just excellent. I'm gonna try to just throw all professionalism out the window to get this thing done soon, because now is a pretty good time. So who remembers this game? Because I sure don't. Well, actually, I kinda do. I know the next couple of dungeons now, because I tried to record this recently before, and it just didn't work out so well. But I'm gonna try it again, because I'm feeling less icky sick now than I did a couple days ago. I was just sick to my stomach, but had to go to school anyways, because, you know, finals, they're the best. Alright, now would be a good time to turn into a wolf. But now that finals are pretty much done, it's a good time for me to record. And you'd kind of think that they would do more with this section here. I mean, most of the monsters are, well, really all the monsters are kind of in the front and not in the whole of this donut. Not H-O-L-E, I mean W-H-O-L-E, because that made perfect sense. Okay. I'm gonna try to kill you individually and you over here. Come on. Birds of a feather flock together and also die together because you killed two birds with one stone. It must be the same two birds in both proverbs. Fascinating. How does that even work? Okay. Yeah, I would just like to be a human again. Only human again. Only human again. Just like the rejected... Well, I don't know if it was rejected exactly, but it was the added-in Beauty and the Beast song, which they claim on the DVD ties in, or it's animated seamlessly into the movie. You won't even notice that it's not a new added feature, except it's totally different animation, so obviously it is different, but whatever. That's neither here nor there, and I've been told I say whatever a lot, but what I say to that is whatever, because, I don't know, it's a good life philosophy or something. I would also like to point out that those are the biggest chains I have ever seen. They say that a chain is as weak as its weakest link, not length. But I don't think there could possibly be a weak link on that chain. Speaking of link, hey Link. And Midna goes up to the mirror and just now notices that it's broken. I don't really understand that. She should have noticed whenever she was right next to Link and looking at it, but yeah, it's broken. Angry Midna. She will not take no for an answer. Even though there was no question in this case. And if the question was, how did this happen, then no would not even be an appropriate answer. Neither would be yes. But anyways, a dark entity lurks in the twilight. It houses an evil power. You who are guided by fate, look at us. We look like pepper shakers. At the command of the goddesses, we sages have guarded the Mirror of Twilight since ancient times, but recently we have not done such a great job. You seek it, but it has been fragmented by mighty magic, more mighty than our own. This magic is a dark power that only he possesses. Who is he, you ask? We must say it as dramatically as possible as we reveal that we don't have faces. His name is... Ganondorf. What? Ganondorf is in this game? Yeah, if you were like me, that came as a disappointment my first time playing, because, you know, we've already had Ganondorf in the first Zelda, and A Link to the Past, and Ocarina of Time, and Wind Waker. Like, we don't need him in another game. We like having a new villain for once, but no, they just kind of said, well, Zant is cool, but we want Ganon. This is our shot at making the best, most definitive Zelda game. So let's just throw in Ganon as another feature, or something. I don't know, that's my theory, like... To me, this does feel like the definitive Zelda. Ocarina of Time is pretty close. But I don't know, this is like the Ocarina of Time that they would have made if the Nintendo 64 was more advanced. That's my theory. Also, I've heard that people say, like, this Ganondorf has the best voice. of any of the Ganondorfs in the series. But I don't really know about that, because all I remember him saying is this. And he does this for every cutscene. Just lots of gravelly constipation sounds. Now, it does suit the scene, don't get me wrong, but yeah. And then he dies. Well, Ganon doesn't die, but he does seemingly turn into a lion. But he doesn't have the same mane that he does in Hyrule Warriors, which I haven't played and probably won't play. But, yeah, I don't get what the deal with these guys' faces are. You know how in Majora's Mask they say, like, well, one of the kids at the end says something like, well, your face, is that a mask? And is that your true face? Or something to that effect? Like, these guys' masks are their faces, and you can tell because they don't have faces. And Ganondorf's constipation noises now make sense, because he's being flushed into a toilet. Hence the game's title, Zelda Toilet Princess. It's all coming together now. And they weep for the fallen soldier, except he's not really a soldier. I can't exactly sympathize with that scene that much, since we only just met these characters, and they're kind of strange. Also, I like how, conveniently, the spirit who just died, his statue that's representative of one of the medallions in Ocarina of Time, that statue just happens to be broken. Like, how convenient is that? The same one that's broken is also the one who died. Only the true leader of the Twilight can utterly destroy the Mirror of Twilight, so Zant could merely break it into pieces. Important line. Once broken by magic, the Mirror of Twilight became fragments, which now lie hidden across the land of Hyrule. Interesting, though, that there's somehow a difference with shattering it and fragmenting it, and, you know, whenever it's fragmented, there are no shards, there are no tiny shards, it's just these big, equally sized and shaped shards that we're going to have to find. There are 3 of them that we were just told where they were. You know, one is in a snowy mountain, one is in a ancient grove, and I think the other one they said is in the heavens. Well, we know that, we know where the ancient grove is, but we're not going to go there just yet. I don't think... Well, I don't know... I doubt that you can get these things out of order. But, well, first I'm going to go for the wolf that's... I think there are a couple of wolves open right now. They're just ripped open like a tauntaun. That's exactly what I meant. One of the golden wolves, so I'm going to try to find one of those guys. Let's see. Can I look at that map a little closer? Oh, you're down there. Well, great. Where is that? Oh, okay, wait. Oh, there are 2 of them here. That's okay. That's where both of them are. Shoot. Yeah, I've been really slacking on those guys. But they're both going to be useful in the next coming dungeons, I think. Alright, I'm taking sword in hand and coming to find you. I found you. Peekaboo. You're up. You're it. Bites off my entire head. That's what it looks like. It really does look like he's biting his entire head. I want to see an extended animation of that scene, just with the wolf actually swallowing all of Link with one bite. Alright, yeah, I'm ready, I guess. You can tell by my stammering that I'm totally ready. What did you just say to do? I'm hoping it was the shield attack, because that's the one that I remember. Sweet. We're about to learn the back slice. Or as Nintendo Capri Sun kept calling it, the black slice, on accident. Now this move I find particularly useful. It's a lot like the parry attack. I'm forgetting exactly what it was called. It might have just been parry attack. No, that's not what I meant to do. Whatever that attack was in Wind Waker. where you had to time the A button press. But I think this is significantly better than that. You can just do it at any time you want. You don't have to wait for an A button to flash like a little starburst effect in Windows Movie Maker. Not Windows Movie Maker. I guess it would be PowerPoint, probably. It would probably be PowerPoint. Not that this is important. Alright, that was cool. That was a sensational experience. I can probably wait on the other gold one, actually. Because I think, well, it doesn't matter. We're gonna be interrupted by the postman. I was gonna say, after this dungeon, I think we're gonna go through the south side of Hyrule Castletown anyways, but... well, I can do it now. Might as well have all the moves that we can before entering into battle. So what does that note from Barnes say, if I can remember my menus? Letters... rare item. Oh yeah, I remember the item. It's this weird bomb spiderling thing. It's kind of like a bomb chew, except instead of a bomb chew, it's... well, instead of resembling a mouse, it's more like a spider, and it walks up the walls and stuff, and I think it's... I've never really used them. I know that the bomb chews are useful in Ocarina of Time, and you kind of have to use them in one dungeon at the end. Which is weird, because... Are the bomb chews in limited supply in that game? Can you actually screw yourself out of beating the game by using all the bomb chews? Not that it's likely that you would do that, but... wait, going wrong way. Wrong way. Okay. Yeah. One thing that I didn't really like about the end of Ocarina of Time was the resource management necessary to beat the final boss. But it makes sense, I mean... Oh, you know, we should get this Poe. Yeah, I forgot about the Poes. There's 60 of them. And I'm thinking, like, I probably should 100% this game, but I'm gonna focus on getting all the story out of the way first, I think. I don't think I'll save everything for the post-game, but... not that there's much of a post-game. And I'm not going to worry about the golden bugs yet. I'm thinking that I'm going to worry about a lot of that just all at once. So that it can be... just... I don't know. I can cut it up into some speedy video or two, so that it's not too much of a burden. Burden's not the right word. Death by Chomp. By the way, if my setup sounds any different, it's because, well, first of all, I'm not using Audacity to record things at the same time as my recording the gameplay footage. I'm just using the HD game capture that Elgato provides. But I don't think that would change the quality, really. But I'm also using Voice Meter, which is software that can change the register of your voice, kind of. Like what is picked up more on the microphone and what's not picked up on the microphone. So my microphone is the same. I'm hoping to get a new one soon, but we'll see about that. Hey man, you're dangerously close to my face. I know that you're a spiritual demon person who is allegedly Link from Ocarina of Time, but... you don't gotta be like that. So mature I am. Yoda I am. You. Now I noticed earlier with Ganon pulling the sword out of his chest, that the way he pulls it, it's not really, he didn't pull the sword all the way out of his chest before swinging it around, so he should have caused this big gash in his side. But it's just done so quickly that you don't really notice it the first time playing. Let's see, what am I aiming to do here? I think I want to go to Zora's Domain first. Yeah, but that's also what happens, I think, every time Link sheathes his sword. Because it should totally be going through his shield before going into the sheath. Just like the frickin' dolphin in Banjo-Kazooie, with the anvil that goes through its body. Poor Snorkel the dolphin. Rest in peace. RIP. Okay, there's another Poe or two that I could get here. Well, I know where a few Poes that I could get are. I'm just going to worry about one of them, though, I think. When I say worry about, like, I'm going to fret over it terribly. Like, oh dear, oh dearie dear. My life depends on this. Alright, come here, Poe. Edgar Allan Poe. Long-lost descendant, you're probably not a Poe-it. That did not work out so well. First we're dropping verses, and now we're dropping wolves. No, no you don't. I guess that poem ended on a cliffhanger. Haha, no. Maybe that's all I'll do for now. I know that there's another Poe I could get off to that screen over there, but I don't want to do that yet. Because that's so much time. Well, it's not that much time. Ah, heck with it, we'll do it anyways. We'll do it live. Might as well do all of these things now while we can. I mean, this is part of the game. Part of the game is just doing the side quest stuff, if 100% stuff is what you're into. Which it typically is for me, unless it's a really super cumbersome, like, Kid Icarus Uprising. Because I'm never ever going to 100% that game. I'm not even sure if I'll get all of the secret doors ever, because that one in the underwater dungeon place is just way too hard. To me, at least. I got through it once, but then I didn't beat the level in the same run, so... Blech. But yeah, I figure if I'm gonna go get all the Poes later, I might as well get some of them just normally, so you can see what the process is. You know, you go to them at night, you walk around, it takes time, but it's still kind of fun. Wait, I can't change here. Someone will see me. Was that changed in the Twilight HD version? Because I would imagine it is, since it was kind of a nuisance in the GameCube version, and the Wii version, but I don't think it's too terrible, it's just a little bit weird. Then again, it's almost weirder that you can change wherever you want to or you could change wherever you want to in the HD version, if that's what happens there. And also that it's you know, Majora's Mask, you can change into a Goron or a Zora just out of the blue right in front of someone and they don't notice. And it's Ashay. Hi, Ashay, if that's your real name. Ever since Zora's domain got covered in ice, this mountain's been much colder than usual, yeah? I wouldn't know. We've never been here. I guess we're technically up the mountain because we went up Zora's River and there are waterfalls and stuff, and it has to come down from a mountain to have waterfalls, but still. We still have only just gotten here. Like, we lived in a podunk village since the beginning of time, or something, before this journey. Podunk is a weird word. Podunky. Okay. We will show this to the first person we see, and it happens to be the right person. Oh yeah, there's a beast. Didn't really mention that, but that's kind of important. So the beast caught a reek fish somewhere around here, and the only one who knows really how to use this, or how to catch these fish is Prince Rallis. I wonder if I can change into a wolf from here. Sweet. That saves a little bit of what? No? Okay, I was apparently like an inch away from the screen transitioning point. I thought I was going to save some time, but it turned out I didn't. Great. I was just far enough away that moving forward with Link's wolf changing pose... I don't know how to explain that, but that's excellent.